adversarial, beneficial. So there are, similarly in our lives, there are things that look like, oh no, why is this happening? And looking at the person who's the instrument of the thing that's happening and go, that person, get that person. But in the lives of devotees, our mission is to come to the stage of pure bhakti. That's where we started this yatra. It's still our purpose. And we're getting some lessons when we may make some choices of how to respond to someone who's doing something mean and harsh and cruel. That was part of the discussion, the question and answer session yesterday. But ultimately, we're in the hands of Krishna. And he's preparing us for pure bhakti. And it's not an easy path in one sense, mainly because we're attached to our own contaminations, although they bring us misery. And Krishna is kind, he takes those attachments to our sources of misery. And we go, ouch. But the bigger picture is we're being prepared for coming to pure bhakti. It's an interesting journey, devotional service. Life in general is an interesting journey, but without bhakti and without guru and without the teachings of how to reach our destination, it's very painful. And for a life of devotion, it's very ecstatic. So take your pick, ecstatic or painful. The rising above, I'll say it again, rising above the threefold miseries doesn't mean you're always going to have a warm bath in the morning. You'll never have a 11, 12-hour bus ride. No miseries. Doesn't mean that. But you can rise above the misery. You can rise above the circumstance where someone says something mean. Or, your mother-in-law can't be pleased no matter what you do, or whatever the thing is. You can rise above it by a higher purpose, higher consciousness, and ultimately, with full, pure devotion, attain your spiritual form and go back to Godhead and eternally engaged in your spiritual activity without the threefold miseries, because you don't have a material body anymore. But that's a journey that has a price. And according to Rupa Goswami's teachings, what's the price? It's the eagerness to have it. So what's really important to you? And there's little things that are temporary, and then there's ultimate things, and make sure even the little temporary things are in alignment with the ultimate thing. And then you can realign and readjust and make your journey successful. Keep good association, avoid offenses, avoid offensive persons, the Dushan type people. I mean, you can be respectful to them, but don't intimately associate with them. And keep aligning yourself to the goal. Pure devotional service. In full surrender for the pleasure and the happiness of the personality of Godhead. And He'll protect me in the course of that journey. Even there's bumps in the road. He'll protect me. It was a pretty bumpy road, wasn't it? Wow. My comment was, I've never traveled, I travel a lot. I've never traveled anywhere where roads are in such disrepair. Padmanabha was saying the road condition was the same for the past 1 year because they came here out of their 3,700 hours. They came here several times. The road was in the same condition, the road's in the same condition, the road's in the same condition. It's a wreck. So it's not that there's never going to be bumps in the road. If you live in India especially, there's no bumps in the road. But you can rise above it with that higher purpose. So make again and again and again, not just a one time. Yeah, I remember one time I had a higher purpose. It was really nice. Again and again, rededicate oneself to that higher purpose in the association of devotees, under the guidance of your spiritual masters, and with the aim of Krishna should be pleased. That's our life.